Hello and welcome to Experiencing Love. I'm your host, Philip Jackson. I'm so glad that you're here. Today we're back with another video, driving around, and it's probably for the best because I don't look amazing right now. It may or may not be like 4 in the morning. I can't stop coughing, and so maybe, just maybe, doing a voiceover for today once again is an alright move to do. Anyways, today has been an all over the place type of day. I started the day pretty well. I actually ran some errands with my little brother. We both got haircuts, went to the store, got gas, and then came home and prepared to go to my cousin's birthday party. While I was there though, I did enter into this mental state of overwhelm and overstimulation. It's not that there was a lot of people, but for whatever reason, I was just on edge. I couldn't quite control how I was feeling, not for long periods of time. So what ended up happening was I would go outside and talk to people and mingle, but then I feel like I would get drained really fast, so I would step away and I would just be off by myself, maybe inside, sitting on a couch for a bit until I recharged, and I would go back out. And I would repeat this cycle multiple times throughout the afternoon, early evening. But it was really interesting to me because I look at it now and I wonder why. What caused me to feel that way? And I think it's because I haven't been 100% in taking care of myself this past week. I've been exercising a lot over the past couple weeks, and you've known that. I've shared a lot about them here. But what I haven't been doing is I haven't been sleeping and resting as much as I usually do, as much as my body wants. I know my body wants more, but I've been waking up early every single day. I think it's catching up to me. My battery was a bit drained today, and I for one know that when my battery's drained like that, I'm just not as effective. I don't get things done in the same way that I know I'm capable of getting them done. So anyways, while in this state, I noticed something quite interesting about myself and the way I think. And maybe it was assisted by my lower state. But what I'm about to say does hold true pretty often. I had people come up to me asking me why I didn't tell certain people about how I got a job recently. I know I made the announcement here. I know I talked about it here, but I didn't tell certain people specifically. I didn't tell them directly. And I also didn't tell them exactly when it happened. And so I was asked why. Why didn't I tell them sooner? And I made some excuses on the spot, but I didn't really know why. Not until I took some time to think about it on a walk. And what I realized was that me getting a job, as, an update in my life, was not something that I was actually, quote unquote, proud of. Like, I'm really happy to work there, actually. I really enjoy it. And yet, when it comes to telling certain people about it, I know that it's less of an update, less of something that is going to be celebrated, and more of a update, more of a software update, a systems update in what that person thinks of me and what category that I fall into in their minds. For those types of people, it's really tough to keep them updated on your life. I don't know if you have someone like that. I don't know if you could relate, but it's pretty much this feeling that if you're not doing what they want you to be doing, you're not meeting their expectations or their standards. And everything that they say has this underlying tone of disappointment. That might be a bit heavy, but it's something that I'm experiencing now. And maybe it's not even their disappointment. Maybe it's not even their expectations. I truly think that it's my own expectations and standards that I'm not meeting that is causing me to feel disappointed in myself. I have these grand plans of everything that I want to do, and I talk to people about it all the time. And sometimes I make these decisions that seem strange or that seem like they're going in the opposite direction because I know why I'm making them. I know why they're important to me, yet I don't have the energy to explain it to the people around me. And I know I've talked to people who have said, Philip, you don't need to explain yourself all the time. Or I've heard other people say, you don't owe them an explanation. So tell me, if you were in this position, what would you do? Would you stay quiet about something new in your life if you knew that it was going to be met with some type of resistance? Or would you sit there and explain it to those people? I could almost guarantee that someone will say, or most people will believe, that it depends, which it does. It's all nuanced, isn't it? It all depends on who you're talking to and what that person means to you, what kind of relationship you want with them, what kind of relationship you have with them now. And so it's not as simple as saying, what would you do? Because you don't have all the pieces. There's so much that has happened that is a part of this that I haven't shared. But in general terms, it's something that was weighing on me. Simple as that. So anyways, I still haven't said anything. I kind of kept it to myself still because I did go down the path of, yeah, an update would maybe be appreciated by that person, maybe not. But I know what's most important for me right now, which is going to sound a bit selfish, is that I protect my own peace. It's only when I protect my peace am I at my best and I can give my best. When I feel stable, when I feel grounded, I ask different questions. Questions like, how can I show this person the most love right now? How can I show this person that I care? But if I do stuff that goes against what I know is in my own best interest, mentally and spiritually, then the questions I ask change radically. They actually change to even more pointed or selfish questions overall. I think it's only from this place of getting all our needs met are we able to help others meet their needs. If you're not able to meet your own needs, there's no way that you can fully and wholeheartedly help someone else meet theirs. You might be able to help in some areas here or there, but the thing about needs is there's a bunch of them. And I think if you start helping someone meet some of their needs, they're going to hope that you can help with all of them. Now, a lot of the things that I talk about on here can simply be avoided or honestly fixed with just some simple communication. I'm very aware of that. Yet there's also something about the communication not happening. When I'm at my best, I focus on communication and sharing. When I'm not at my best, I tend to get quiet. I isolate, I hold back, because it's almost like I'm this tank and there's a bunch of leaks and water or oil or whatever it is shooting out in all these different directions. And when I feel myself getting low, I focus on plugging up those leaks ASAP before trying to refill my tank. I've done that before where I tried to refill the tank before plugging up the holes. And that's where I get into the cycle of filling up my energy and then draining really fast. I think that's what I had at the party today. I'd recharge on my own and that would be like me pouring more oil into the tank, and then I would go outside and I didn't really solve the problem that was causing me to lose energy and mental fortitude so fast. And so when I would go out there, it would all just leak out very fast. So I'm in this state of protection right now, but that doesn't mean that I don't love the people around me. Doesn't mean that I don't want the best for them. It just means that sometimes I have my own things to work through first. My own problems, my own limiting beliefs and blocks in my own mind. Because that's the thing. Everything that I've shared about is really just happening in my own head. So I thought on that for a long while, really. Got to the end of the day, we're already back home. I go downstairs and I see this container of food in the kitchen and it looked really tasty. And so I snatched it right up, ate it without giving it a second thought because I thought it was extra food, only to realize that I may or may not have eaten someone's lunch in my house, and I immediately felt guilty. Granted, this is like 2:30 in the morning also. And so what did I decide to do? I decided to really ask myself, what could I do? Could I just stay quiet and act like it wasn't me? Yeah. Could I make some new food so that this person has lunch for tomorrow? Also, yeah. Which one's the easier route? Well, the easier route would be to just leave it as such. Don't think about it. Hope I didn't mess up. But something told me I did. Maybe it was my own guilt in my head. And I also wanted to show my family that I do love and care for them. And I didn't mean to make a mistake and eat food that I wasn't supposed to. So until about 3:30 in the morning, I made pretty much the protein of a dinner, made some chicken. And I found it funny a little bit, but also there's this part of me that I was just proud of myself, that I was at this point of making a decision and I felt like I chose right. Because maybe I did make a mistake, maybe I didn't, but at least no matter what, there's some food to be had tomorrow. Sometimes it's just important to do the best that you can with the resources you have. We're always doing that, but to really know, accept it, and appreciate that. Again, I'm not at 100% right now. I'm not doing fantastic, but I am able to do the little things, to maybe put a smile on someone else's face, but to at least put a smile on mine. I don't know. I'm just grateful. I'm just grateful that I got another day. I'm grateful that I'm here. I'm grateful that I get to try again. I just got myself some new books that I'm going to be reading for the next few days, which is another thing that I'm grateful for. I'm grateful that I got to see my family, and I'm grateful I got the chance to learn, to grow, to become someone better. That's pretty huge, not gonna lie. So anyways, I hope you did enjoy. I hope you enjoyed this drive. I hope you enjoyed this talk. I definitely learned a lot from today, more so reminders than anything really new. And maybe that's just the point. Sometimes we have to keep relearning lessons until they actually stick. I'm not immune to this. No one is. So I hope you go out there and keep learning every day. The more you do that, the better you'll become, the less leaks and holes you'll have in your tank, and the more love you'll have to give to others and to the world. So until next time, just remember to always fill up with the love. And I look forward to seeing you in the next one. I love you.